Namaskaram. Now we are going ahead with the much awaited strategy for audit. Auditing is regarded as the most difficult subject both at interlevel and final level. The reason being, you have to structure an answer without numbers. Now if you're talking about FM, if you're talking about costing, it is driven through numbers, so it is very clear. Here it looks like it is easy, it is generic, but the bigger challenge is you have to substitute your English dictionary with a dictionary called audit. The words which you have to use should be used from the lexicon of auditing, which is normally hard because you haven't been used to a subject like this before. Now, quickly, we'll go through how exactly the syllabus is divided and what are the focus areas. Now, there are two modules, largely divided into the core auditing part, which is up to chapter number 8 until first to 8 chapters you're dealing with the regular company audit, and 9 and 10 are slightly associated with audit, and 11 generally talks about the ethics. This is exactly how it's structured. Now within this, what you have to focus upon is these three chapters. If you ask me, the heart of audit is risk assessment and internal control. That's the core chapter, but I did not write it specifically here. From the examination perspective, you might find it very hard. It is important. It is important to get an understanding. But for us to focus on the examination, these are certain chapters where it will give you the best input-output ratio. And how did we arrive this? Number one, ICAT has given the official weightage. So this is a document published by the Board of Studies where it clearly mentions what exactly is the weightage of each and every chapter. This we have considered. And second, our mentor C.A. Harinath has worked out manually about what are the various questions asked from the past 2-3 attempts, including MTP, RTP and the May 24 paper. And number 3, the index. Now, what does index explain? This is index of Praniti. So what does index explain? The level of detailing which you have to go into each chapter. For example, for you to score 20 marks, is this a better bet or is this a better bet? Both of them have denominator as the same, but you have to understand what will give you a better numerator with a definite amount of input. So the first is you have to get a bulk of the marks, no matter how the paper comes. There is a high likely scenario that these 3 chapters, audit of items of financial statements and audit evidence and documentation, these are closely linked together. So these 3 will give you at least 25 marks, and based on the previous attempt, we have written 30 marks, but at least 25 to 28 marks is what I can expect from this. So as long as you cover this, you will be able to comfortably attempt 30 to 40% of the paper. This is done. Next, you have the simpler and straightforward topics: nature, objective, scope, planning, strategic and program, and ethics. These are plain vanilla chapters where I say it is comprehension based, where there is no discretion for you. Now Tushar was explaining, whenever there is a question which includes discretion, which includes judgment, it is very hard. Instead of that, you can do it very smoothly. Again, it might be a scenario where 14 to 16 marks might be asked, but your better understanding of the chapter is fundamental to entire audit. So whether in MCQs or not, overall, these 3 chapters you will be able to attempt at least 20 marks. Again, even if the questions asked are around 14 to 16, overall the weightage is 20 marks. This is based on understanding. And finally, this last 3, one is audit report is generally important, especially you have the reporting standards and CARO. For you to do audit report properly, this is an ancillary chapter which also has independent importance, completion and review. And apart from this, audit of items of different entities, once you understand the nature of audit, for every entity you just need to focus on the differences. Okay, so this is exactly how the whole of audit has to be done. Okay, so if you do these 3 components, 4, 5, 6, 1 to 11 and 7, 8, 9, you will be largely able to cover 75 plus marks. This is exactly what has to be done. In general, apart from this, index mapping is very important. Now, this is the best way to cover your index in your textbook. On the day of the exam, this becomes extremely valuable. This is one. And writing short notes, like Tushar has written this. Whenever you are writing, just convert that into a short and simple notes. Even if you're scribbling it gives you a lot of hand memory, because on the exam day you have to write it with your hand instead of thinking about it. So this is very good. And apart from this, RTP, MTP, PYPs, we normally make you do that. So that gives you the focus areas to rely upon where most likely questions will be picked up. And MCQs, you have various author MCQs, also you can log into BOS portal. So as long as you do this, you will be able to complete audit and score 45 plus easily. Now, one important word when I say rapid revision, I want to focus on this. At any given point of time, on a daily basis, if you invest 3 hours, which is 180 minutes, out of which you pick up one block, 50 minutes per chapter, only invest 50 minutes per chapter and finish 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, maximum 150 minutes. Right? So you do this rapid revision cycles of 3 blocks, wherever your exam is, whenever your exam is. that will give you additional comfort. When I say do this, always do it in Q&A mode. And again, once again, what Tushar has done is what has to be done by everyone. Keep writing it. Don't just look at it. Keep writing it, and you will be able to do it. Okay. Hope this is conveyed to you. Is this clear? Whether you're writing in September or January, this is what has to be remembered. The weightage might go here and there, plus or minus. Don't get stuck onto that. But in general, this is the importance. Once you're done with this, the remaining couple of chapters you can do at your comfortable level. Thank you, Manju, for recording this. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.